Hey guys, what's good? Mike here, Laker Talk. Let's talk Laker basketball. Want to get my thoughts on what's been going on over the last 24 hours, all the news that's breaking, and share my thoughts on how I think things are going to play out over the next couple of days or so in free agency. Been on the news today, a lot of stuff going on since my last video. LeBron James officially opted out, became a free agent, but he's been doing that over the last 3 years with the Cavs, so it doesn't really mean much. Paul George released that episode number 2 of this ESPN documentary of him talking about how he wants to come to LA, but he's torn between that and winning and staying with OKC or something like that. He was talking with Dwayne Wade, so we'll get into that. And then the news break today with Lonzo and this torn meniscus. This came out of nowhere. I'm at work, whatever. I see this in the news. We're all like, what's going on? It's apparently the same injury that he tweaked his knee in the end of the season. It's just been a lingering thing. The meniscus is not that serious. It's at the forefront of the knee. But it's one of those things that if you don't get it fixed, if it's a torn little meniscus, whatever, sometimes it doesn't heal right? So in my opinion, this news came out, and it's just bad all around. Even though it's not a big deal, he's going to heal up in the next 4 months. He needs to get like an official expert doctor to just really look at his knee, go in there, kind of scope it out, do whatever they have to do, put a brace on it, and let it heal up and do some physical therapy and get serious. He'll be fine coming into the season. But the point here, this is horrible news at this moment. It's the top five story in every sports article, trending on Twitter, everything you see. So when you got guys like LeBron James apparently about to make a decision, folks want to come to LA, and you got this news, it's just bad timing all around. And how this came out right now, why it came out right now, I don't know. I don't even care to speculate, but it's just bad timing all around. We'll be fine regardless with Lonzo, but it's just bad timing. It's a bad look at this moment. It's just very interesting how this story came out. Anyway, you got Kawhi Leonard thing out there still with the Spurs. A lot of stuff going on. Here's the trippy part. Braun opted out, but rumor is it's 50-50 between the Lakers and the Cavs, right? Obviously, him re-signing with the Cavs. If he were to re-sign with the Cavs anyway, opting out is a smart move because he can, guarantee another 2-year deal with that 1-year player option. And that would just kind of guarantee him another $80 million, hypothetically, if he happened to get hurt. He's never been hurt in his entire career. So opting out, regardless, is a good financial business decision, regardless of what he wants to do. But I never thought that the Lakers would really be this close of potentially signing LeBron James. I mean, my guess is as good as anybody else's, but the fact is that he got a couple of houses here in LA. He enrolled his kid in school potentially. And there's stories that Dan Gilbert is also chirping a little bit, talking about how he's kind of like, he didn't say he's done with LeBron James, but he's okay with letting him walk this time. Like that sentiment is out there. So with all that being said, with that bad history between Braun and Dan Gilbert, and the fact is that if he stays with Cleveland, he's going to be in the same situation. He's not going to win. He'll probably get far in the Eastern in the Eastern playoffs, but he's not going to win anything. He's going to still be in that cold environment. He's going to still be there. I think he wants a change, in my opinion. So having said that, I don't know. I'm not like banking on it. It's not like I think it's going to happen. But the fact that there's actually a shot that LeBron James could sign with LA, that's crazy to me. That's just, when that happens, if that happens, we're going to lay out all the plans that's going to take place. Because if that happens, if LeBron James signs with LA, everybody's going to want to come, and then we'll have speculations on if he's going to stay another year, with Kawhi Leonard or so coming in, or being a free agent next year. Is he going to remain with the Lakers? So it'd be crazy if LeBron James actually signed with the Lakers. So that potential is out there. Paul George, with that episode, that second episode, talked about, how he wants to come to LA, but he's torn because of the way things ended in OKC. So he's talking to Dwayne Wade, and Dwayne Wade's talking to him about, at the end of the day, it's all about winning. But the thing is, with that conversation, Dwayne Wade had won a chip earlier in his career, so he got a taste of actually winning and potentially getting back there. Paul George is saying that winning is everything, but I don't think he's at the same shoes as Dwayne Wade was, because it's not realistic for Paul George to say, I want to win. He's not a number one all-star. He's a number 2 or 3 type of player. So he's not going to win anything if LeBron James is out of the picture. So that makes OKC and LA a wash when it comes to winning. So if winning is everything, it's basically a wash between the two. OKC will make the 5th seed, but in the next couple of years, LA will be right there, to be honest with you. So really, that aspect is a wash. The only thing remaining is the 5th year guarantee. Now, the only thing that would make me think that Paul George would sign with OKC is if, in the back of his mind, he's still scared about his leg injury. And because that could happen again, potentially in the back of his mind, he signed a 4-year deal with LA. That could be a career-ending thing. And by him signing a 5th year guarantee, that guarantees him today $50 million extra for his family, no matter what happens, whether he gets hurt or plays out that 5 years. So if at the back of his mind, money is that injury potentially is on his mind, I could see him re-signing with OKC because of that. It's not because of winning. He's not going to win anything in OKC, really, and they're not going to bring any free agents in there. So outside of that, if he wasn't concerned about his injury, signing with LA would be the best thing. He would get that 4 years, but then he would be able to re-up at that 4 year, after that 4 year, and really make that money up with another contract or so forth. Not only that, when it all said and done, why I think he will sign with LA is because he needs LA more than LA really needs him, to be honest with you. If he signs with OKC, we got Brandon Ingram, who is probably just as good as him, and then we got cap room. And so you got guys like Kawhi Leonard, who wants to come to LA. Truly, he wants to come to LA. So whether it's through this trade or next year, Kawhi Leonard will come to LA. And we can't sign all these guys. We can't keep Brandon Ingram. We can't keep LeBron James. We can't keep Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. We got to kind of like pick and choose. So if Paul George goes to OKC, we got Kawhi Leonard coming in next year. And we could potentially sign Kawhi Leonard to a max. And then when Brandon Ingram comes up for his contract, we'll have money to pay for him. So to be honest with you, Paul George needs LA more than we technically need him. I mean, if you want to keep it really, really real, so that little story right there, it's all leaning towards him signing with LA. Trust me. His family, all this other, but again, if he's thinking about his leg injury and he wants that $50 million contract or that 5th year guarantee, he'll sign with OKC. But having said that, you got LeBron James thing out there. You got Lonzo, who's going to heal up. He'll be fine. You got to just see a doctor. Just get right. Just have it scoped out. And as always, visit my LeBron James link in the description for Shock if you want to improve your game. You got the Paul George thing out there. You got Kawhi Leonard. If you want a basketball program for yourself, less and less concerned about the check it out, link in the description. I don't really care too much about Kawhi Leonard. I would love for him to play out his season, to be honest with you, at another team, and have us keep our guys, and then see him be really fully healthy and ball out, and then next year go like, dog, we got a max contract waiting for you, because that hip injury or that quad injury, I'm still like kind of Having said that, I just saw a picture of Julius Randle on Instagram, and he's like all abbed up working out. We got to get our guys, who, no matter who's signing, who's coming, who's doing this, they all got to get on this LeBron James, Kobe Bryant conditioning program. Like, I'm talking early Kobe Bryant. You know, the first 15 years he had no major injuries. LeBron James, 15 years in the league, has no major injuries. Kobe got hurt later in his career after 15 years or so, but I'm tired of hearing these lingering injuries that's been going on the last couple months, 3 months or so forth here and there. Guys got to get off Twitter, got to stop playing Fortnite, got to be quiet. Just like Brandon Ingram, he's quiet, he's out there grinding. Julius Randle, quiet. You're not hearing a word. All you see is pictures of him abbed up, working on his core physique conditioning program, abbed up, and just working on it. I don't want to see another tweet about Kuzma. I don't want to see another thing about Josh Hart, Lonzo. I don't care. Stay in the gym, work on the conditioning. Let's get serious no matter who comes, who doesn't. We have all the plan B, plan C, regardless of who signs, who doesn't. These guys just got to get right, and we're going to be straight. We're going to back this team no matter who comes, and we're going to be energetic and ready to run come the season. But we got to get our conditioning right regardless. So that's my thoughts on what I'm thinking right now. I don't like this article that came out about Lonzo. It just looks bad for our free agents or whatnot. It's just a bad taste in the mouth, but really it's nothing. But I'm curious to see what Bron does. I'm curious to see what Paul George. I'm really curious to see what LeBron does. That's really interesting to me. I would never fathom him coming to LA, but it's a 50-50 shot in as it stands right now. So that's my thoughts right now. What's going on until another story breaks? Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for commenting, liking, subscribing. As always, holla at your boy. We'll talk. Peace.